It's wonderful to be here. I will tell you, this is going to be something special. Many of the greats have hosted, as you know, this show, like me, in 2004. A lot of people are saying, Donald, you're the most amazing guy. You're brilliant, you're handsome, you're rich.
I'm really rich.
You have everything going. The world is waiting for you to be president. So why are you hosting Saturday Night Live? Why? And the answer is, I have really nothing better to do. People think I'm controversial, but the truth is, I'm a nice guy.
I think I am a nice person.
I don't hold grudges against anybody, like Rosie O'Donnell. She said some things about me that were hurtful and untrue. I said some things about her that were mean, but completely accurate. The fact is, when I showed up for rehearsal, Rosie was here to support me. Come on out, Rosie.
Sir, as I have told you several times, my name is Aidy Bryant, and I'm a cast member on this show.
I'm really smart.
Oh, boy. Isn't she great? She just seems like a really totally different person. Part of the reason I'm here is that I know how to take a joke. They've done so much to ridicule me over the years. This show has been a disaster for me. Look at this guy.
Great, 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 great. Isn't he doing fantastic? I've got to say you're doing a great job. In fact, I think the show just got better by about 2 billion%. In fact, they just told me, Donald, they just told me this is very interesting. That now that I'm here, this is actually the best monologue in SNL history.
Well, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Ay, 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 look at this.
Ay, 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 more Trumps.
You think you're this terrific person. You think you're this, you think you're that. You're being very naive, and quite frankly, you're fired.
They're great. They don't have my talent, my money, or especially my good looks. But you know what? They're not bad. And we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
You're a racist!
I knew this was going to happen. Who is that?
Trump's a racist!
It's Larry David. What are you doing, Larry?
I heard if I yelled that, they'd give me $5,000.
As a businessman, I can fully respect that. That's okay. We have got a great show tonight. Sia is here. So stick around. We'll be right back. So all these guys, you know, the conservatives, I'm a conservative person. Bush says, I do not believe he's a true conservative. These people are stupid. Quiet. How stupid. This guy's a, you know, he's my friend, but he's really a pain. He keeps talking. Quiet, 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 quiet. He's not a protester, but man, is he noisy.
And I just got back from Chattanooga, too, and I spoke to some Marines there.
Build that wall. 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 All of the, oh, Jeb. Oh. Jeb. He's asleep. He's asleep at the wheel, folks. President Obama, Secretary Kerry, I highly think you should read this book quickly. Quickly! Despite that phony rate, you see what's happening with the stock market? We're in a bubble, folks. Watch what happens. Remember what I've been saying? We're totally reliant on Asia and different countries. Watch what happens. It's going to be not pretty. We're in a big, fat, beautiful bubble. All of that money that's going to Hillary and Jeb and Scott and Marco and all of them, the people that are putting up that money are, it's like puppets. Bing, bing.
Bing, bing, bong, bong.
I backed McCain and I backed Romney. McCain lost, Romney lost. I said, next time I'm just going to do it myself, right? Right? Sometimes I look in the audience, that guy right there, that guy right there, that guy right there, and I'll pick one beautiful woman right here. We can't pay you the $150 billion. Once those hostages landed, about 2 seconds later, fellas, how you doing? Everything good? Listen, the $150 billion, sorry, we don't have the money. We owe $19 trillion. We don't have it. He's very low energy. I'm not used to that kind of a person. The premiums are going through the roof. The deductibles, frankly, you have to get hit with a Komatsu tractor in order to use them. They're so high. His name is Woody Johnson. He's from Johnson & Johnson. Woody Johnson, Johnson & Johnson, has a hard time with the Jets. And the media, look at all those people back there. Scavengers. They're like scavengers. So I always thought that, you know, it's special equipment and special cameras, and I always figured maybe the cameras are locked, they can't move, you know, new computerized cameras, $200,000 a piece, and maybe they can't move, and they would never move. And then one day I had a protester, like up in a corner over here, and all of a sudden these cameras, it was like behind the camera, they're bending around like pretzels. The cameras, they move, believe me. And after that, I loved my protesters, because wherever I have a protester, they see that's the only way they move the cameras. I said, that's nothing. Look at all the cameras back there. 230 reporters, 230 press. Okay, so now Bush goes in and he makes a mistake, and then Obama, frankly, might as well have stayed there, but okay, but he made a mistake too. And I said, keep the oil. Do you remember that? And everyone said, you can't keep the oil. It's a sovereign country. You can't keep the oil. I said, keep the oil. We're in there now. You blew it. You shouldn't have gone in. So here's who has it. Iran is taking it, and ISIS has it. And ISIS now is building a hotel in Iraq. They're competing with me. Do you believe it? Thank you, darling. Look at these people. Let's say that Jeb Bush or Hillary or one of these politicians, all talk, no action, all controlled by lobbyists and special interests and donors. People like me from previous months, okay? Total control. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
Bing, bing, bong, bong.
You know what that is, right? So if I want you to, you guy's such a nice guy. He's a rough cookie. I like that guy. Raise your hand. Is that you? I like him. I like him. I might even love him. He's a nice guy. He's not my style. Not exactly my thing, but I love this man. But if I were Marco, but in particular, if I was Jeb, I wouldn't say Marco's a good friend of mine. Marco did something that he wasn't supposed to do. He ran. I've never said this before. And I watch these two guys, and they're hugging, and they're kissing, and they're holding each other. Very much like, actually, Chris Christie did with the president. Very much. These people come up to me. They say, Donald, you don't really mean we're going to build a wall, do you? And I say, absolutely we're going to build a wall, 100%. They go, well, you don't really mean that. That was like when I first started in June. I said right from the beginning, we're going to build a wall. It's going to be a real wall. See that ceiling up there? I mean, this is a wall that if you get up there, you're not coming down very easy. Look, there's Donald Trump right over there. Look at this guy. Look. Look. There's another one. They're all over the place. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. So Uma is getting classified secrets. She's married to Anthony Weiner, who's a perv. No, he is. He is. Actually, most people didn't. I own the Bank of America building in San Francisco. Big, big, big chunk. And it's a great building. Got it from the Chinese. I did great. Great. They still don't know what happened. But that's what we need, right? Oh, Don, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal. I know that Marco Rubio did not win it. Do we agree? That's what. And I only say that because he took some nasty things about us today. You know, I wouldn't have said it. You know, if they would, like poor Jeb, he spent $20 million on negative ads. If he didn't do that, I wouldn't be talking badly about him.
That there are, for immigrants on the whole,
Come on, try getting it out.
Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out.
People. He goes, the Supreme Leader, I've spoken to him today, and he said the following. I say, what is he talking about? The Supreme Leader said nasty things about it. The deal?
I said trade deals. Who would do better? I know, I'll tell you what. I know the greatest negotiators in the world. Some are horrible people, horrible human beings. Who cares? Some Wall Street guys, they're brutal, they're miserable. You wouldn't want to go out to dinner. They're terrible people. I love them. You know who's our primary representative right now? Carolyn Kennedy. You know how she got the job? 60 Minutes. She went to the White House. She said, I'd love to have a job. I have nothing to do. They said, how would you like to be the ambassador to Japan? She goes, really?
He said, how do you know why? He told me about 2 seconds ago. I said, what do you mean? He goes, how do you know why? I said, because I know politicians. The politicians are taken care of by the drug companies. The politicians say, and they'll come up with a reason like, because it's so important, and because they're prescription in nature, and because of the complexity of the complex of the drug, we cannot negotiate the price.
To have someone like that in charge of the nuclear arsenal.
Mr. Trump.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
But Jake, I want to give Mr. Trump.
It's a massive plant, one of the biggest in the world. They're going to make all these cars, trucks, and parts. They're even making parts. It's so big, they'll make the parts, the trucks. And I actually gave them a good idea. Why don't we just let the illegals drive the cars and trucks right in through the border? They don't have to even, it's true. No, I gave them that. Save a lot of money. That'll be next. No, they'll be doing that next.
So the Mexican government is not happy with me, to put it mildly. And again, I respect Mexico, but their leaders are too smart for our leaders because we have stupid leaders, okay?
But these people are all going to be famous. They're going to be famous. See? You're all on television, so smile and have a good time. He doesn't, I don't think he'd think they're so wonderful anymore. I'd love to give him back, but I don't think he'd love to go. I'd give him back even if he didn't want to go. I'd just drop him. Bing. Boom.
Bing, bing, bong, bong.
You mean it's not politically correct, and yet everybody uses it? So you know what? Give me a different term. Give me a different term. What else would you like to say? Oh, you want me to say that? Okay. No, I'll use the word anchor baby. Excuse me. I'll use the word anchor baby. Gun-free zone. You know, when you say gun-free zone, that's like candy for a baby. I have another way. I said something. We don't win anymore, right? We don't win anymore. We lose all the time. But it doesn't sound as good. Who is Uma married to? One of the great sleazebags of our time. Anthony Weiner. Did you know that? She's married to Anthony Weiner. You know, the little bing, 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 bum, bum.
Bing, bing, bong, bong.
I love you very much.